back in October, I decided that I was going to sell $36,000 worth of collectibles of my then almost $100,000 portfolio. That is what kicked off this whole collectors in capital series, right? So in that time, I pulled a lot of things out. I pulled back my Destined Rivals PCETBs. Like, that is the most beautiful box in the world. That right there, the Mewtwo, chef's kiss. I pulled back all of my prismatic because I said, dude, like, prismatic evolutions, like, that's only going to go up. I pulled back a lot of different things, really. I can't even think of like the other heavy hitters right now, aside from the fact that like there was a lot that I was willing to part ways with, and then I just decided, dude, the market's cooling off. I'm not going to take a loss. And more than anything, like I couldn't be more confident in these things being worth way more in 3 years' time, 1 year time, right? That was October, November, December, January, February, March. 5 months later, not even half a year later, all of that stuff is way higher than it was when I made that decision in October. But I do still need to cut down on my overall collection. I think I just have a ton that just doesn't need to be here long term, right? Pardon me while I make some changes to the screen and all that, but this is currently what I'm down to move on from. I'm going to walk you through everything, give you a little bit of my thought process, but still, I mean, we also want to be fully transparent. We did sell some things. A opened display box of Pokemon 151 boosters that I then rebought for the exact same price that I sold them for, and now those are already like almost 50% up from what I bought them for. So like, this market's insane. I don't know when it'll cool off, but for me, I do want to have a lot of this stuff pulled back before it does cool off. Not saying, hey, things are going to go down tomorrow. Not saying things are going to go down this year. I think with the 30th anniversary set coming on later this year too, like it should only continue to go. I just don't know that I want to take that risk. So at the very top of where we are, I'm going to go by highest to lowest. I have a sealed case, of PCETBs from Stellar Crown. Now, that's really cool because Pokemon Center doesn't even do those anymore. There are limits to what you can and can't have from, drops now. I do wholeheartedly believe Stellar Crown is going to be a $300 box. Like, I think $1,200 is really where I want this to be. I don't know if I have that patience. If Stellar Crown continues to go, we could see that happen here shortly. I feel like a lot of people have kind of discovered Stellar Crown. I think there was a lot of hype when TCG Pocket came out, and then Surging Sparks dropped, and then Prismatic dropped, and everything got forgotten after Prismatic. Ravnica Remastered. I'm not a Magic guy. I'm in Magic because I think it's one of the longest standing TCGs in the world. But I bought this for like $450. I would like to double my money. I don't necessarily know that I have the patience to hold until 900, but I mean, we could see, it is moving. It has consistently moved month over month. Maybe if we see like a slowdown after a month, I'll stop. Shrouded Fable. This is one that I'm absolutely not parting ways with anytime soon unless it pops big time again, like it did when someone attempted a buyout. I think it's a great set. Genuinely, a lot of people would disagree with me and they'll say that I'm crazy. Guess what? No one wanted a number of other sets, and now those are worth thousands. So, Paldean Fates. This is a cool one. I definitely want to show you more on this guy here. Let's see. So this is going for $700. I was buying this for $70. I only have two. My biggest regret is that I only have two. So I have this guy. I'm cool to part ways with one. I would like to 10x my money after fees. So paid 70 on eBay. I would like to 10x my money after TCG player fees, or if I can find someone local to take it off my hands, and please by all means take it for 700. But that for me is going to be one of those like just a personal goal, just to say like, yeah, dude, I bought Paldean Fates PC ETBs and I 10x my money. Like it's that feeling, you know. Um, will I keep the other one forever? The other one's back there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not parting ways with that one anytime soon. Maybe in like 5 years if they're up crazy. Um, maybe not. Genuinely, no real intent there. Celebrations. I'm definitely gonna move one more this year. I could move two. You could argue that's the safe play. Move two and just like really reduce my risk, but then I'll only have one. And in 10 years' time, how much would these be worth? You know, a lot of questions, but um, yeah, I have some things to think about there. I have this Gem 10, Tag 10, Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go set, which I don't necessarily know that it's actually worth 361. I think that was kind of like a fluke sale on eBay. Um, I do want to move this, and I do want to move it for 361, but I think Mewtwo's going to see a lot of hype later on this summer during Pokemon Go Fest. Go Fest, not Go Tour. I do have another Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box, the regular version. I'm trying to sell one of these right now for 400 locally. Origins, I got a number of these. I have 12 total. I'd like to part ways with 4 and cover my cost on one of the boxes. That'd be fantastic because then I'm still sitting on 2 for free effectively. Celebrations, same deal. Don't have a lot of these. I only have 2. I'm down to part ways with 1. Lost Origin, waiting for these to hit 350, maybe even 400 if they like really start to move. PCETB, like I don't know how that one's not doing numbers yet. Unfinity, I'll probably part ways with 2 of these, honestly. I'm not a magic guy, but I want to see these go up faster. And they're just not, so it's kind of just sitting and burning a hole in my storage. New Type Rising, this was a really cool one. I do wholeheartedly believe New Type Rising being the first ever booster box of a brand new TCG like Gundam, with how many fans Gundam has. I think we could see New Type Rising get to like 400 at a minimum, 500 definitely within reach. You know, when? I don't know, genuinely. I have 9 Aether Drift collector booster boxes. I'm down to move 5 of them. It's not a crazy set. Do I think it'll be worth like 300-400 in the next year or two? I do. But again, I'm trying to like really figure out how can I sell a lot of this quickly, keep a large percentage, and also largely this is just for like a way to verbalize, I guess, the plan here. You know, there's a lot of different stuff that I have that I'm open to moving. It just has to make sense. These are so close to my target. Like this right here, Pokemon 151 booster bundles. Like I said, I bought 10 of them back for 140. Bought 10 back for 140. I will now be trying to get rid of 5. So that way I've tried to get rid of 5 for 209 each. 210, 209. That is the minimum that I will accept for these. I don't care. I'll hold on to these forever. I think these could easily be $250 a box at some point. And I've got 18 total. Cut 5 for 210. Don't mind. And then that would also help me pay for half of what I bought back, because I wasn't really supposed to buy it back. I saw 151 blowing up and I was like, I want to get back in. I want to get back in heavy. And then I have a lot of Shrouded Fable booster bundles. I have 9 or 10. Got a few from the Pokemon Worlds when I went to the Pokemon Center that they had set up there. That was cool. And then a whole bunch of miscellaneous tag 10s and 9s and an 8, but a really old, good promo 8. So yeah, you know, I just don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to come first, but I do know that I would like to get some of this back in cash. I'm trying to build a larger cash reserve. Just, I don't know, just in case something happens, just in case I find something that I want to put money into. Um, Low key, I kind of want a motorcycle again. I probably won't do it. I genuinely, I probably will not do this. And I'm going to be getting rid of the Civic Type R. More than likely this weekend, if not this weekend, Monday. Monday is when I should have my technically that's when I have the appointment, but I feel like it's got to be the new car's got to be ready to see before then. So I'll keep you guys updated. It's a fun one. It's a really cool car. It's a lot cheaper than the Type R. And it's something that we'll be able to learn on and get really acclimated with, and then just like give it a good solid year of like track days. So go to the track maybe once or twice a month. That'd be amazing. Spend our Saturday mornings or something. And yeah, hopefully just become a better technical mechanical driver. But that's all for right now. Like I said, very impromptu. Wasn't really planning on doing this, but the portfolio is incredibly large. This is, let's call it 12,000 just to have a round number. We've got, actually, we've got about 11,000. So subtract, sorry, not 11,000. We got 11,000 here in this. So it'd be about 70, 69 grand worth of stuff still. Almost back to 100 grand. Ignore this combined value. That is not accurate whatsoever. But also these gains are not just gains. I am buying things along the way, but take a look at this, dude. Like at my peak, 76,371, now 81,197. I can't ignore a good deal. And you should be that way too.